Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brian Dales, and I want to talk about MoviePass. Do you guys remember MoviePass? Are you familiar with MoviePass? Well, if you've ever been to the movies, you probably are familiar with MoviePass because MoviePass has been around since 2011. 2018, it was bought by a holding company, and it ended up filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in 2019, and they went out of business until co-founder of MoviePass, Stacy Spikes, filed to purchase the company, which he did in 2020. And MoviePass is now back, and it's supposed to be better than ever, but it's not. It's really not. I'm here to talk about my personal experience with MoviePass. I was in the beta earlier this year. I got to try it out. I got to check it out. And I tell you what, there are some issues that I've had with MoviePass. So let's get into it. So MoviePass is an app that you can see here that allows you to basically pick a movie, and you can choose a theater, and you can either sometimes they'll let you check in and buy a ticket, and you don't have to be near the theater, but it depends on where you live. But for where I live, you actually have to be right next to the theater, if not inside the theater, to be able to purchase and reserve a ticket. Now, I didn't know this because I couldn't find this anywhere on MoviePass's website. You're only allowed to purchase one ticket. You can't take your spouse or your significant other or a friend or whoever and use the credits that you get to have more than one ticket, which I think it's kind of silly. I mean, if I'm paying for the credits, why can't I just take someone with me? Anyway, you only get so many credits per month based on whatever subscription model you pay for. There's the low end at $10, and it goes up from there, and that depends on how many credits you get per month. Well, I'm on the $10 plan, and it doesn't really give me that many credits a month. I think it gives me like 20 or something, 20, 30 credits a month. Your credits do roll over if you don't use them all, and depending on what showtime you go to, what movie, what time of day it is, that's how many credits you're going to use to get a ticket. Now, when this works, it works really well. However, I had some issues along the way when I signed up because in order to use this service, it loads the money to a debit card. And when I signed up for the service, it said, congratulations, we're going to send you a debit card, and that'll be the card you'll use because you have to still pay for the ticket with a MoviePass card. Now, if you've ever done any sort of delivery service like Shipt or DoorDash, you know as well as I do because I've done those before too. They give you a debit card, and sometimes you have to swipe the card to pay for people's groceries or food or what have you, and then go deliver it to them. Well, it's that same thing here. MoviePass will load whatever money it costs to go and buy the ticket. You go to the theater, you swipe the debit card, and that's how you pay for your tickets. Now, this was the same when they had MoviePass in 2018 and 2019, and it's the same thing here. However, when I signed up, I got two debit cards in the mail. I got two. One has my name on it. The other just says literally MoviePass member. Now, you would think the one with my name, you can see my name on it, would be the one that works. Actually, it's this one. It's this one. That's the one that works. And it's crazy because I didn't know this until I went to the theater and I had to take both of these with me. I don't know why they sent me two. I only have one membership, but they sent me two. Now, this is just the least of the problems. See, what has happened since I have signed up for MoviePass, and I believe I started my service back in, we'll say March or April. I've had issues with this because when I go to check in, it doesn't always load the quote-unquote money onto the card, and I've had issues trying to get tickets. And that's when the biggest issue of all happens, and that's having to contact MoviePass's customer support. Yeah. So does MoviePass have a phone number you can call? No, they don't. They don't have they don't have a phone number. No, they have an email, which you hardly ever hear from, and it seems like it takes them forever to get back to you. And they have this chat feature built into the app, which absolutely sucks. And you could see here the multiple chat threads I've had because they never wait long enough for you to respond. And for some reason, their app doesn't notify you when a customer support member has messaged you. I don't know about you, but I've not one single time when I've used MoviePass and have had to contact customer support has their app notified me, and my notifications are on, that someone has messaged me in their chat. And by the time you get back to them, it tells you you've taken too long, and it's almost like you have to start the whole entire process again. Now, what's currently going on for me is I fell behind on paying for my membership, so they said I was 2 months behind. So MoviePass charged me twice, $10 to make up for the 2 months I didn't pay last month and this month. And yet it still says that my payment didn't go through. And you can see here that I was charged twice, and that's been within the past week. So yeah, MoviePass, I don't know what it is about this company. What is it about this company that they have such a hard time seemingly just running? I mean, whether it's trying to work with the movie theaters to allow people to use their MoviePass card, or their customer support, which really sucks, by the way. It's horrible. If you've ever had to use it, you know as well as I do. It's terrible. I mean, they don't even have a phone number. You can't even call them to talk to someone. I don't know about you, but I prefer talking to someone over the phone when there's an issue, because it lets me know that I'm actually speaking to a person and they're actually going to look at it. I don't know why we do away with this whole thing of calling someone, but it's very inconvenient for a lot of people like myself. You see that earlier I had multiple chat threads, and what happens is they get closed, and then I have to and they don't give you the option to continue the chat. You have to make another chat, and they just close them, or you'll say I'll wait, and then they'll say okay, we'll email you, and so they wait 2 or 3 days to get back in touch with you, and it just goes on and on and on and on, and it's just a headache having to use MoviePass. So that's been my experience. That's kind of my review of MoviePass. I mean, when it works, but it just doesn't always work. And when you can't get it to work, then you have to go through you're kind of at the mercy of their customer support. But anyway, let me know what you think about MoviePass, and let me know if you have how many debit cards they sent you in the mail. They sent me 2, which is really weird. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on MoviePass in the comments below. I want to use it. I want to see these movies, but you have to make it easier. And I don't know. It's kind of weird they rehired Stacy Spikes when he was also fired from MoviePass, by the way. Kind of weird that he was fired, then he bought the company. Makes me wonder why he was fired. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on MoviePass in the comments below. And please be sure to subscribe to our channel for more reviews on anything to do with movies, video games, and pop culture, anything like that. Please be sure to subscribe to us here. And thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Man, there has to be a better way to do this and not send me multiple cards.